Bristol Motor Speedway is the location for stop number 23 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As we are here today for the running of the Irwin Tools 500. As we're here, actually, no, excuse me, let's change the sponsor. We're here for running of the Busch 500s. We're set for 75 laps of action here on this racetrack. And this is going to be one wild race if you know Bristol. And if you remember the last time we was here, which had a little bit of a glitch that cost every car to finish 74 laps instead of 75 in the Food City 500. We hope the same thing does not happen here today at Bristol. I will say that, but it was an absolute crap show of a finish. I will say that in the Food City 500. We'll see what happens here today in the Busch 500. On the pole for this event, it's Levi McIntyre, the XFR's SKF Ford car number 99. Beside him, Seth Polo, number 98, the RCA Ford winner this season at Martinsville. Second row has Jessica Shelton driving the Mac Tonight McDonald's Ford car number 94, three-time winner this season at Dover, Michigan, and again at Watkins Glen. Beside her will be the Brickyard 400 champion, Phil Parker, number 5, the Kellis Cornflakes Chevrolet. Next row down has number 9, Zachary Fitzwater, who won the last race on the tour at Michigan. And beside him, the Rockingham and Sonoma winner, Kyle Matthews, number 42. Matthews also comes in this race the points leader. Fourth row is Johnny Gardner in 16 and number 22, Dylan Poteet. Row 5 has number 21, Quentin Moore, winner at the Daytona 500, and number 43, Joshua Collard, starting alongside. Next row down, Becca Tellier, number 6, the Valvoline Ford, and number 2, Dylan Young in the Miller Lite Ford. Next row down, Charles Sanford, number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet, and Joshua Osborne, number 87, the Burger King Chevrolet, winner in the 600 at Charlotte. Next row down, he won the season at Richmond Auto Club and Pocono. It's Preston Plord, number 18, the Interstate Barriers Ford, and number 7, Jonathan Sorlin, number in the XI Barriers Ford. Next row down has number 23, Paul Minnick in the Smokin' Joe's Ford, and Becca and Kat Batson in 88, the Quality Care Services Ford. Next row down has number 75, Jesse Turner, and number 15, the other Quality Care Ford of Brian George. Next row down, Austin Colano is on the outside of the road, and the number 37, Kmart RC Cola Ford, and inside of him is the Talladega winner. It is 97, Zach Winkle in the John Deere Ford. Next row down, Ryan Brommer in 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet, and number 41, Peter Jack in the Kodiak Chevrolet. Next row down has Rob Evans in number 12, the Mobile One Ford, and the Quaker State Ford, car number 26 of Nicholas Wade, who won the Pepsi 400 at Daytona this season. Next row down has Diego Yepes in the U.S. Air Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford, and beside him will be number 71. It is Carter Friesen in the Olive Garden Chevrolet. Next row down is Ben Crouch, who had a great run at Michigan the last race in the Tour in the Budweiser Chevrolet car 25, and number 30, Daniel Bouchard in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down has number 11, that is Ashlyn Boyd in the Lowe's Ford, and number 33, Tony Green in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, excuse me. Next row down has number 81, that is Jason Haywood in the Square D Ford, and Sean R., number 13, the First Plus Financial Ford. Next row down has number 10, Vince Alvarego in the Tide Ford, and number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next row down has number 1, Trent Dunham, who won a season at Darlington in Texas in the Pennzoil Chevrolet car number 1, and Riverside winner Keith Batson in the Texaco Haviland Ford car number 28. Next row down, going for the Bristol sweep, it is Cole Deaver in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet car number 3. He also had another win this season coming at North Wilkesboro. And beside him, Jay Jefferson, number 90, the Heilig Myers Ford. And starting shotgun in the field will be two-time winner this season, Mike Becker. His wins this season came in Atlanta, and the second stop of the season at Pocono. Our pole sitter, our front row starters, our front 3 starters in this race here, Levi McIntyre, Seth Cole, and Jessica Sheldon all have our in-car cameras in today's event here at Bristol. And so it should be a great race here today on his 75 laps of racing on his .533 mile racetrack. Always chews up cars and spits them out. And here comes the command to fire the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
There you see the field lining up to make their way on the racetrack for that one very short pace lap here. As we said, the lap times at Bristol takes about 15 laps here at Bristol take about 15 seconds to complete. Levi McIntyre, who comes in this race 9th place in the standings, so he actually, honestly, I wasn't sure where he in the top, if he was in the top 10 or not, but he actually is 9th in the standings coming into this event. Seth goes on the alongside of him in the RCA Ford. Jessica Shelton comes in this race 7th in the standings coming in. And she'll come as who wins here today. We'll find out in 75 laps. Green flag is out, and we are underway at Bristol. McIntyre got the initial jump, but Jessica Shelton takes the lead here in the first lap of the race. Driving a special Matt Tonight scheme. She'll have that scheme 2 more times this season at Richmond and again in the night race at Charlotte in the Melliella 500. Off the 4th turn they come here. Johnny Gardner now moves up to the 4th position. Seth Cole in the 5th. 6th right now is Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford. Then Charles Samper battling with his Hendrick teammate Phil Parker for 6th. Or not 6th position. That's for 7th actually. Battle going on for 4th position between Johnny Gardner and Seth Cohen. We had a crash come off had a crash here, and battle for to take the lead. It was Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre, which Shelton won that battle. And we see some damaged up cars. We saw Daniel Bouchard crash. There's Sean Arden, 13. He's crashed up. Peter Onjack, a little bit damaged up in the 41 car. We had a bunch up on the backstretch here. Let's see what happened here. I think something tells me the 87 may be the one to look at right here. This was back in about 25th position. Jonathan Zorlin and Joshua Osborne got together, come off turn number 2. And that spins Osborne in the 87 around, and he's going to go back up the track. Right into Mike Becker and Cole Deaver. 2nd place in the standings coming into this event. Sean Ard's damaged up here. Ryan George damaged up, who was 2nd in this race to Deaver. Last race on the tour. Oh, and a hard hit for Daniel Bouchard in the 30 car. A bad crash there for the 30 and the 13, both. And there's the battle coming to the line between Shelton and McIntyre, and I thought those two were going to wreck coming off the 4th turn. Somehow they managed to keep the handle on those 2 machines, and Shelton did go on to win that battle over McIntyre. So, and a couple of cars actually wall rode on that, coming to the yellow, on that caution flag. So the 30 and 13 are both obviously retired out of the race because of the hard hits they took. Right now it is Jessica Shelton leading. 2nd is Levi McIntyre. 3rd is the Michigan winner, Zachary Fitzwater, having a good day in 3rd position. 4th is Seth Cole, and 5th right now is Johnny Gardner. Then it's Becca Tellier, Charles Sanford, Preston Plord, Quentin Moore, and Paul Minnick, the top 10 in this event. Then Turner, Brommer, Winkle, Poteet, Yepes, Parker, Matthews, Crouch, Evans, and Ashland Boyd, the top 20, as the green flag is back out. We're back on lap number 13. Levi McIntyre jumps out in front now, and Shelton gets off the wall a little bit, coming off the fourth turn. And now we got problems in the turn number 1. Yeah. Oh, and the leaders crashed right into Jason Haywood. William Brock is in the crash. That's another one of the top 10 drivers in the points. But yeah, Levi McIntyre, the leader of the race, has crashed right into the 81 car. Oh, and the 81 and the 12 both wall road in turn number 1. Let's take a look at what happened. Kyle Matthews, who was the points leader coming into this race, he gets off the wall. He and Evans both crash. Yeah, Matthews, yeah, he spins out. Then Collard hits him. There's where Evans and, oh my God, Joshua Collard with a bad crash. Everybody's going to power right into him right there. 81's going to crash. Oh my freaking goodness. A bad crash. Cole Deaver again involved in the crash. There's the Evans and Collard both upside down. McIntyre's going to go in right about here on Haywood. Now, yeah, here's McIntyre. He's going to beat Shelton to the start-finish line. And he's going to beat, actually, Fitzwater to the start-finish line. McIntyre tries to hit the brakes and then right into the 81 of Jason Haywood and nowhere for, oh my God. Heartbreaker for McIntyre, who actually had the lead at the start-finish line the last time by, and I don't know who all crashed right into the lap cars, but so all the lap cars are going to go around the racetrack to make it to the inside lane. That's where they'll start, by the way. And look at the Carter Friesen's car's all damaged up badly. So is Deaver's car. So is Evans's car. And this is going to present problems for the leaders, I will imagine, right here. As the green flag is back out on lap number 20. Who escapes disaster and who doesn't now here in Bristol? Samper's going to be clear. Maybe nope. Friesen's going to try to move inside. Samper taps the wall off the fourth turn. And it looks like we got another crash happen off the fourth turn. And it's Rob Evans again along with Preston Plord in the 18. He's crashed. So caution number 3 flying here at Bristol. And so we look again as to what happened here. Evans and Plord both got into each other. Sent both of them around. Ryan Brommer's caught on the outside. Phil Parker gets a piece of it in the 5. And several cars doing a good job of getting through, except Cat Batson actually reared in the back of Zach Winkle's car. And I think, yeah. Oh, did Osborne rear end the 88, I think? Let's see here. The Onjack gets a piece of the 88 car, but Osborne I thought rear-ended the 88, but didn't. Yeah, Brommer's in the crash. There's Plord damaged up badly. He was 9th when this happened. So, third caution flag of the day, flying on the 21st lap, I think, in this race. And Levi McIntyre and Kyle Matthews both out of the race right there, along with Tony Green, Joshua Collard, 81 of Jason Haywood, and the 13 of Sean Arden, 30 of Daniel Bouchard. So, yeah, Kyle Matthews, the championship points leaders, out of the race already. So, Cole Deaver has got a chance to make up some more points. He chopped the lead from 162 to 132 after Michigan. So, Bristol is usually often one of the wild card races in this championship battle. And this is going to be an absolute mess with their... Oh, my gosh. Shelton moves inside of Quentin Moore's car. And that's going to move Moore and Sanford both on the outside of the track here as Shelton tries to pick off the lap cars here. Gets by Cole Deaver, who now Charles Sanders trapped in behind. And Deaver crashes again! Up the track he goes! Oh! My God! This is not going to end well. Deaver's car all damaged up badly. It's wondering why that car's even running right now. And Phil Parker's trapped in behind. Batson's going to try to move by the Parker car. Meantime, Zachary Fitzwater has checked out in that 9 car. He and Gardner, first and second at the moment, they're still clean for the moment. Moore's in third, Shelton at the fourth, Sanford fifth, Jesse Turner 6th, and Tellier and Seth Cole is in 8th. 9th is Zorland, 10th is Batson. And oh, problem! Zach Winkles spins! Preston Plord slams the wall, coming off on the inside wall as well, and this time the car is really damaged up. But Zach Winkle's spin in the backstretch actually caused the yellow flag to fly. I was trying to get to the 97 on the camera view, but it wouldn't let me. And he gets together with Phil Parker this time in the 5 car to send the 97 spinning. 97 was actually running in 19th when this happened. And let's see what happens here. On-Jack gets into him in the 41 car. Oh, gosh, there's where Plord slams into him badly. As the 97 and the 18 both pay bad consequences for this. So that is caution number, I think, 4 that's flown here today at Bristol. And we're just barely halfway through when this race gets back underway here. Zachary Fitzwater is still the leader of the race. And in fact, we are green flag right now as we're back underway. Cole Deaver's on the inside of the track. And another crash! And Shelton! And Charles Saber actually sends Shelton on her side. And no caution! Charles Sanford's damaged up. That's 3rd place in the standings. And Shelton, as we said, came in this race 7th in the points. That crash and no yellow flag. What the heck? is this all about? Mentioned Charles Sammer and Jessica Shelton are both fumed inside that car now. As in angry, mad, PO'd, whatever. But that's let Becca Tellier now up to the third position. Jesse Turner in fourth. Behind Fitzwater and Quentin Moore. Poteet's fifth. Batson sixth. Seventh is Seth Cole. Eighth is now Zorlin. Ninth is Johnny Gardner. And Diego Yepes is in 10th place now. Make that ninth now. As I said, Gardner. Ashlyn Boyd up to 11th. There he is. Zach Winkle up ahead. Cole Deaver is not on the lead lap in the 3 car. He is running in 32nd position. He knows Kyle Matthews is out and he can make up some points now if he were to finish this race, damaged up and all, but Paul Minix in 12th. 13th is Phil Parker. 14th is Ben Crouch. Dylan Young 15th. 16th is Jay Jefferson. Then Ryan Brommer 17th. 18th Vince Almarigo. 19th Trent Dunham. And 20th is Mike Becker. That whole Holocaust has dropped Sanford down to 22nd. And where is Shelton right now? Shelton is currently 27th. Peter Onjek 24th as he's lost a spot now to Joshua Osborne. Some of these cars are actually going to go. Some tells me some of these cars are going to go be seeing the junk pile when this whole thing ends. But no problems whatsoever for Zachary Fitzwater as he has pulled out to a substantial lead on the 6 car of on the 21 car of Quentin Moore. The Spam Mobile has got no scratches on it whatsoever. And that 21 car who came... You remember those two? You remember it was those two who battled it out in the final laps at last race on the tour at Michigan. And it was Fitzwater that came out the winner in that race. So... But now he's got problems. He's going to catch up the lap traffic. That's Carter Friesen in 71, Nicholas Wade in 26. And here comes Fitzwater in the 9. If the lap traffic gives him any problems, then Moore's going to be up on his back bumper. So Fitzwater knows he's got to get by. He's got to have to dispose of lap traffic and quick. There's Kat Batson, 88. She's lost a position now to several cars slamming the wall of that 4th turn. Fitzwater right now leads the race here as we're about to complete the 55th lap. We'll have 20 to go here at Bristol. Friesen up the track. He lets Quentin Moore by. Here comes Quentin trying to go to the inside of the 88 car. No dice at the moment. And now Fitzwater disposes of Joshua Osborne in the 87 and the 26 of Nicholas Wade, or tries to dispose of the 26 car Nicholas Wade. And he gets by him, or tries to. Quentin Moore trying to close up a little bit, but Moore's got 2 lap cars between he and Fitzwater at the moment. Now Moore gets by Osborne. Now he's going to try to get by the 26 car, or try to catch up to the 26 car of Nicholas Wade. As now Fitzwater completes the 58th lap. We have 17 to go. So for the moment, it's looking like it's going to be all Fitzwater's race to lose, but Bristol has been, if anything, tonight's been very unpredictable. And here comes Fitzwater to the inside of Zwinkel and Deaver. Nice cut behind the back bumper of the 44 of Mike Becker. Becker right now running in 25th position at the moment in the 44 Hot Wheels car. Another one of those cars that got caught up in an altercation earlier today. And he's giving Fitzwater problems right now in that 9 car. And now Fitzwater finally does clear Becker. Yes, he does. And not a moment too soon because Moore's about ready to clear the 97 of Zach Winkle. No caution for the moment here. No caution flags yet here at Bristol. And now there's no cars between Moore and Fitzwater now. As Becker's now got back by the 9 car. Oh, and Fitzwater spins! And he takes Moore! And Deaver crashes into Fitzwater! And Keith Batson's going to be your leader! Oh, the top two have taken each other out of the race more. And Fitzwater, that looked like it was going to be a battle between those two, like it was at Michigan. But alas, the well-laid plans of Mice and Men off went astray. And oh my God. Something tells me Fitzwater and Mike Becker's going to have words about this in the garage area. And Becker gets off the wall. Fitzwater comes with a full head of steam right into Becker's car. And they crash right into each other. So my mistake on that. He and Moore did not take each other out, but Moore slams into the 9 car and spins him around. And zoom, there went Batson to take the lead. And oh, poor Cole Deaver. Oh my gosh. And 88's gonna crash right into him. And there's Zorlin. He's involved in the 7 car. And Yepes is gonna crash right into Cat Batson's car. There's Gardner. He and Parker, are they going to make it through? Well, Gardner makes it through. And there's Parker and Young and Minnick and a host of others. But oh, heartbreaker for both Quentin Moore and for Zachary Fitzwater. It looked like it was going to be a battle between those two down to the wire, again like it was at Michigan. But as I said, the well-laid plans of Mice and Men off went astray. All thanks to the lap traffic, and that was. But the man's going to catch the huge break is the man who hasn't caught any breaks all season, and that's Keith Batson, and he is going to be your new leader of the Busch 500 here at Bristol. And boy, what a big victory this will be for Keith Batson if he goes on to win this race. And we actually have less than 10 to go, by the way. As the crash happened with 10 laps to go. And several cars are going to be out of this race here. And Plord's already out of the race, as is Rob Evans, as is Tony Green, McIntyre, Matthews, Collard, Haywood, Ard, and Bouchard. Deaver's now out of the race in the 3 car. He's gonna finish ahead of Matthews, by the way, 32nd to 37th. Batson's out. Yepes is out. Fitzwater's out. Moore's out, and now Boyd's out with a gearbox problem. Fitzwater's problem was no fuel. Oh my! Holy shit! And we're not done yet. We're going to have 6 to go when the green flag flies. And I don't know what kind of mischief we're going to see here in the last 6 laps. Batson leads the field as the green flag is out. 6 laps to go. Let's get all 6 completed under green. Nicholas Wade goes by for second. You get by Winkle. Dylan Potte's going to be second position right now. 3 wide between. That yellow flag's flying now with 5 to go. And it's Ryan Brommer and Charles Sanford that's crashed. And the 15 car of Ryan George. So that is caution number 6 that's flown, and on to 71 and 17 got together. Crashed right into each other. There's Colano getting through. There's on Ben Crouch. He had a good run going, and he has it all fall down for him. And Samper and Shelton, they get back into it again. They're in a sent Shelton spinning as well. Oh my God. And the 17 went up and over in this whole deal. Real time with the 17 car. He and the 25 both wall road in this whole deal. On board Jessica Shelton's car. Shelton gets her car to start back up and manages to get back underway. So, yeah, Charles Samper there. You see him. He's back to 18th position as you see the cars come off the. And we'll see if we'll get this race restarted or not, though. I don't think we will, because that crash had happened with about 5 to go. So they crossed the start-finish line with... Yep, the pace car lights are still going to be on. So the caution flag will remain out. And it looks as if, unless some glitch happens this time... For now, it looks like Keith Batson's going to be your winner for the second time this season, unless, like I said, the same crap happens like it did in the spring race. The white flag is now flown, the yellow and white, and we'll make sure nothing weird happens here. But yeah, the pace car lights are now. The pace car crosses the start-finish line. And there it is. Keith Batson is going to be your winner of the Busch 500 here at Bristol. And we had a bunch up. What the crap happened here? Oh my freaking... If anything weird happens in our offline, it's usually my series. It's usually in my series. I don't know what the heck. Best I can figure, Poteet's going to be second. Third is going to be Zorlin. Fourth position is going to end up being Jesse Turner. Fifth is going to be Johnny Gardner. Then Phil Parker, sixth. Seventh will go to Dylan Young. Eighth will go to Becca Tellier. Ninth place will go to Paul Minnick, and Trent Dunham is going to end up finishing in 10th. There's Seth Cole. He's going to be 13th in the final running order, but in the 2 and the 6 they crashed. What are they doing? And they get both tailboated on the pit road. I'll be dipped. And several cars still don't know if this race is over yet or not. Hey guys, this is not an 80-lap event. This is 75. Race is over. Get back in the daggone pits. Anyway, let's get to the finishing order here. Average speed, 67,679. Because of all those caution flags, who gives a crap? Anyway, Keith Batson, who has not had luck all season long except for that win at Riverside, gets a win here at Bristol. So I'm sure it wasn't pretty for Keith, but I'm sure he'll take it. It was in the right spot at the right time. Dylan Poteet finishes second. Then Zorlin, Turner, Gardner, Parker, Young, Tellier, Minnick, and Dunham the top 10. Then 11th will go to Jay Jefferson, another solid day for him. And how about Vince Almerigo? Finishes in 12th position in today's event. Seth Cole 13th. 14th, Austin Colano. Peter Onjak 15th. Jessica Shelton recovers from the 2 spins she had and finishes in 16th. Still on the lead lap, Ryan George and Charles Stanford Damage have been all finishes 17th and 18th, the last 2 on the lead lap in today's event. Nicholas Wade 19th, the first car lap down. Joshua Osborne ends up 20th. In spite of the fact he got into a couple of 3 crashes himself. Zach Winkle 21st, William Brock 22nd, and then Carter Friesen was the last finisher in 23rd. Well, you might as well call it the injury list. The attrition list, Ben Crouch finishes 24th in the first car out of the race. Then Mike Becker, Ryan Brommer, Ashlyn Boyd, Quentin Moore, Zachary Fitzwater, Diego Yepes, Kat Batson, Cole Deaver, second place in the standings coming in. Preston Plord, 33rd, who is 6th coming into this race in the points. Rob Evans, Tony Green, Levi McIntyre was 9th in the standings coming in. Points leader Kyle Matthews, 37th. Joshua Collard, who had been on a tear of late, ends up 38th. Jason Haywood, 39th, and Sean Ard, 40th, and Daniel Bouchard, 41st. So good news for the bad news for Deaver, he was out of the race and crashed. Good news for Deaver, he gains more points on Matthews in the points. But the question is, how much did it let Charles Sanford gain, who was 3rd behind Deaver coming in? Well, points will be distributed at the end of this video. It's going to be interesting to see how the points look like after this. I know Matthews is going to still be your leader, and Deaver's going to still be 2nd, but points are going to be a big shake-up when we head into Darlington for the Southern 500. That is going to be for daggone sure and all that crap. So, and who says nothing? And who says anything? Who says Motor Series is boring? I don't know. But another crap show of a finish to happen. Another crap show to happen at Bristol, Tennessee, where we see Keith Batson win the Busch 500 in today's event. It's going to help him points-wise, obviously, too, because he had a bad outing at the last race of the Tour at Michigan, and now wins here today at Bristol. So, anyway, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NNSCRA gaming videos, whatever president of the NNSCRA has told us for his channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Coors Light Truck Series, Last of Us Light Series, the Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. I guarantee you his races are a heck of a whole lot better than what I have to offer. Please be sure to check those races out, and please be sure to check out another series that have a lot better than mine. That's Michael Norman's Bowser All Pro Series. And another series that's a whole lot better than what I have to offer. Which you have to subscribe to Thrashmania at 99 for, and that's the Marvel Studios Cup Series, also under the NNSCRA umbrella. So, check those races out and be sure to ignore mine. I swear to goodness on that. Yeah, that's how bad Bristol was. Wait till next time I go to Martinsville. Ugh. Anyway, channel link to Thrashmania 99's channel is in the description if you want to subscribe to the series and join the Marvel Studios Cup Series, by the way, too. Forgot to mention that. Anyway, the Bristol Demolition Derby is over. Congratulations again to Keith Batson, your winner here today in the Busch 500. And for now, this is James Qualton in production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best, and we'll see you at Darlington for the Southern 500.
Frank, did you have any ignition problems?